Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now we're going to get our popcorn and then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car and I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Welcome back for those of you that came on back on in the building. We was here last night a little bit late, but not too late. I want to give a shout out to everybody that comes in and support the channel. I don't know where D Diva was. D Diva won last night, but she wasn't here. She was not here. D Diva was not here. DD was not here. Miss DD was not here. And she had won, but she wasn't here. And I think that was it that's here now. But anyway, we had a good time last night. And, we rocked it out. We got out of here a little bit after 9, around about 9:15, 9:20. I want to say congratulations to everybody that's won. The people who won their Cash App, all the Cash Apps is already there. So if you think you didn't get your Cash App, go back and look. It's already. I did the Cash Apps around about 1 or 2 o'clock just to make sure everything was right. And so the people who got the Cash Apps, they already got their Cash App. And they are already spending that money. Anyway, I would like to say before we get started with the content that we're going to be talking about today is for our Christmas giveaway. We're going to start doing that in January. January the 1st is we're coming on New Year's Day. I do have to work that night. So, we're going to come in and just, kick it a little bit. But we'll start doing our tickets and our, that's when you can participate if you don't have money or financial, struggling, or you just ain't got it right now. Come up on the platform. You get 2 tickets. call in, you get one ticket. But if and I look back, and that's why I write on the tickets, this was participation, or this was if I said free, that means, you came on the platform or something, or you called in or whatever. If I wrote mod, you're a mod. That's why, you got that ticket. If you purchase a ticket, I put a P there. That lets me know that you did a super chat, or you did a cash app or something, but you got tickets that way. And so I know some people won, some people didn't win, and there was a lot of donating going on. So some people that didn't win, don't feel bad. There's some people in here that had won, and they donated some of their winnings to some more people. So if you get something in the mail, because I pretty much got everybody's address or something, don't be surprised, because family, that's what family do. Family helps out each other. So I might call you up and say, hey, I need your address, or I need to send you something. So tell me, where should I send it? Because family likes to help out each other. And it was all about fun, you guys. And we had fun last night. Anyway, let's get on to the topic. I just wanted to say congratulations to everybody. And I know there was people that was sicker than a dog, but they were still hanging in here. And they were just doing the darn thing. They really was, And I just appreciate them even coming when they were sick. They was like, I'm sick, but I'm here. I'm not feeling well, but I'm here. Anyway, let me tell you, Wednesday, December the 20th, that was just this last Wednesday. Today is the Friday, the 22nd. So this is what the news sent out. And somebody, I think it was Tina Power, and I was talking. And she said, hey, there was something going on there. And she wanted to talk to me about it. So we talked, and she had called me a couple of times. Like I said, sometimes people call me and they want to donate their winnings to someone else, and they got who they want to donate the winnings to. So don't come and ask me like I need it. I think I need it too, but I can do without. They can win it. Anyway, let me tell you, the reason why this was so important to me is because the woman is from my town. I mean, well, I can't say little, because actually Wichita is the biggest city in the state of Kansas. And that's telling you something right there. We don't live in a little small bubble, for it to be biggest in Kansas. Which it might be bigger than your town too, but I mean, people don't know a lot about Wichita. But I say, hey, they call this Little Chicago. But it can get terrible. So anyway, I mean, they're talking about something here, and I wanted to get it. So let me stop, and because they're talking about there was activity and stuff, and I hadn't even seen this. Let me try to take it back, because they're talking about it, and oh my goodness, it's not gonna let me do it. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll click off of it, and maybe it'll let me do it in a minute, but I'll read it to you first. Okay, so there's this lady. Her name is let me see here. Her name is Kenya Phillips. That's what her name is, LaKenya Phillips. And she is faced with several charges after she and her boyfriend, and I know that on the thing I left out the I in child, but whatever. I'll go back and put it in there later. I just looked at it and I was like, hey, that, but, anyway. I look at it once and my eyesight ain't so good, so I thought, I'd just be typing away trying to get things done. And somebody always reach out and say, hey, you did this. Oh, yeah, now Diva gonna show up. Well, girl, where was you when you was winning last night? Where was you when you was winning last night? Anyway, You have to go back and look. You won, but you weren't there. So, But I appreciate you showing up anyway. Sometimes some people just support the channel and they don't worry about all that. So I know how that go. So anyway, yeah, every little bit helps since I don't have my kitchen and can't cook. My McDonald's card will come in handy. Thank you. Yes, girl, McDonald's will. You be like, when you get the card, you're going to be like, well, at least I can go to McDonald's. And guess what? I eat McDonald's. I don't really like McDonald's that much. I love Wendy's a little bit better. And so, but I have eaten McDonald's. I was at the hospital with my granddaughter. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Well, you should have reached out to me and said, if I win, have one of the mods or something, because you're a member. You are a member. You could easily say it. And I even opened it up for people that wasn't even members. I said, if anybody couldn't show up, or just text me and say, have somebody else pick my stuff for me. Because, especially our members, we own that on our members now. We try to take care of you, Anyway, a young lady by the name of Lakina Phillips is faced several charges after she and her boyfriend, and I showed you guys the pictures because they're not showing the pictures of who she was and what her boyfriend looked like. I had to go find him. You're not going to find it any other place, but I wanted to let you guys know that is her boyfriend's picture. And they are two African American people. So Phillips, okay, I didn't read this before, but Phillips' neighbor, so her name is Phillips, Lakina Phillips. Neighbors say they would see her 9-year-old boy riding his bike around the neighborhood all the time. Now they're confused to why Phillips would try to set her son on fire. So she didn't do it here in town. She was in Florida and she tried to set this boy on fire. And they say it sounds pretty crazy. I don't know anything about it. We know that the police had been there a while back and we were kind of curious what was going on, said Tony. He was a Wichita neighbor. So they just must have recently moved. So Tony is one of my neighbors wondering what was going on at Lakina's house last week. So last week she was just here in Wichita. You guys, this is SP.
Good afternoon, Miss SP and family and everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you
I
too.
want to reach out and say I had a good time last night. Hey, I guess I was drunk because Papa put me on timeout. But you know what? I'm loving it. He told me, Sugar Mama, you just need to stop drinking. I'm going to put you on timeout. I said, okay, Papa, no problem. You know what? I had two lovely angels
Yes.
that donated a gift to me. And I'm thanking them from the bottom of my heart because when it rains, it pours.
Yes.
And tell Papa I see, I quit drinking and I quit doing the puff puff. Okay. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Powell and Miss Woke the God, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Yep. Tina Powers and Woke the God.
Yeah, and I'm thankful and blessed for that. And to all the winners, I congratulate them and I wish them the best of luck. And that's one of the things I always say. You gotta open your hand.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta give to get.
Yes.
You got to. I don't care if it's my last penny or if I have to do my little shit on the side. I'll give. And thank you again, ladies, and Merry Christmas to everybody. And the winners that won last night and they were not there, well, what can I say?
Yes. All right.
You hold it and you hold it and they kept on winning. And I'm like, damn, Papa, I already quit smoking and drinking. Thank you again, ladies and family. Let me go back downstairs.
All righty. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Sugar Mama she was giving thanks to the two people that reached out to me and wanted her to have their gift or one of their gifts that had won multiple times. But it's easy to win, especially in July. It's easy to win. Only thing you got to do is show up, kind of support, sometimes just interact, and you can get tickets. And those that don't interact when we're giving those tickets out, like in July, we give out multiple tickets, opportunities. And in December, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do in December real quick before I get off into this. What we're going to do in December, it's going to be strictly Cash App and maybe 5 gift cards. Yes, because I know we're going to have gift cards because I buy them once a month. I'm going to buy them once a month. So it's going to be half gift cards and the rest is going to be nothing but money. Because some people say, well, yeah, it's good to have a McDonald's or a Burger King, but it would have been great for me to have that $25 gift card. Because I could have got some toilet paper, some toothpaste, whatever, when it got me. You know what I'm saying? And you got what you wanted to get. You know what I mean? And it was on us. So I heard what you guys were saying, and like I said, it's all in fun. But we're going to do something with it this next go around. And I said, I don't know if we're going to be doing it. The Lord already told me, yeah, you're going to be doing it. You're going to be doing it. So that's how we're going to do it. And it's not was just my decision, you guys. You guys reached out and said, hey, it's good. I had a coffee card, but I don't even drink coffee. So I said, I understand, but it was just a gift. It's all about the thought that you have fun and everything was great. But it would be fun if I had me a $50 gift card or $25 gift card. And like I said, I like going out buying the cards. So, and then when I have a card in my purse and I be like, oh, I don't know what to eat, but I got a free Subway card. Let me go to Subway and get that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that might be something I want to eat tonight. Because I'm really tired of beef right now. Ooh, I just need to clean my system. Anyway, let's get back into what we were talking about. So the neighbor says that we know that the police had been there a while back and we were kind of curious about what was going on. So Tony is one of the neighbors wondering what was going on at Lakina Phillips' home last week. Investigators say she and her 9-year-old son went missing on December the 6th. So on December the 6th, they left. I guess they just jumped up and just moved out. Tuesday, authorities found them in Highlands, County, Florida. So on the 6th, they were gone for 2 weeks. So law enforcement says Phillips and her boyfriend, Richard Ham, I never known nobody named Ham, but his name is Richard Ham, were burning her 9-year-old son's belongings because they thought he was possessed by a demon. I said, well, that's not the child. They're burning the child's, his belongings, like his clothes and, his bicycle or, his PlayStation or his game or something. They're not burning the child. Why would they say that? Now, I had to continue to read, and it says, never seen something where somebody was thinking their child was possessed by a demon. I've seen that and I've heard that from people before. People just in our lives, and I'm not gonna say no names because I don't roll like that. But I have heard that a lady told me that her child was possessed by demons. And I was like, okay, maybe we need to get her some help because maybe that child is in danger or something. And I don't talk to that person too much anymore. Not that I don't want to, but, I'm not going to call them up and be like this. But, they call me a couple of times and, asked for advice. And I told them, what to do. But then the investigators of this situation that we're talking about here, the content that we're talking about here, happened in Florida. The investigator says that the couple even put Philip's 9-year-old son, so the woman's son, into the fire and covered him with a blanket that was also on fire. And he escaped. The child said, well, I don't know what the heck y'all doing or what's going on with y'all. Y'all acting kind of weird or funny, but I'm gonna take off and run. I'm gonna leave y'all be. You know, we have seen this in the last couple of weeks where the child is doing the right thing and the adults are doing something foolish, reckless, or whatever. You know, I don't get it. I just don't. We do have a lot to worry about when you're an adult. You know, we got bills to pay. Make sure the lights don't get cut off. The water's still running. We got to make sure, you know, we got clean clothes. Take your shower. Brush your teeth. Got something to eat. And then we got to hit it to try to make some money so we can survive and do it all again tomorrow. And sometimes we have enough left over. That's why going out to eat is not that great. But, you know, sometimes you just got to, you know, it's sometimes, you know, people used to say going out to eat is very expensive. It's starting to be expensive to even just buy your own food and cook it yourself. So like I'm gonna just be honest with you. You know, I can go to Wendy's and have me one of the $6 meal plan and get full. I'll get me a cheeseburger or with bacon and whatever. And then girl, I love Longhorns too. Don't even play with me. That is the best steak ever. But anyway, I'll have me a cheeseburger. They give me fries. They give me a drink. And then they give me some nuggets. That fills me up. $6. But then I say, okay, I want to make a burger at home. I might make more than one burger. But just to go to the store when I don't have anything in the kitchen, I have to buy the hamburger first. That's going to cost me more than $6. And then have some soda. I'm going to have to go to Dollar Tree and get the soda because I'm not going to buy the soda at the store. I'm going to get me one of the 2 liters or 3 liters for $1 that can last me all week. Me and Papa can drink. And then what about fries? So I have to buy fries too. And then everything that goes on my burger. Some lettuce, tomatoes, some bread or bun or whatever. Mayonnaise, you know, when you start running out. But I'm going to tell you right now, you know, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. You know, when there's only but 2 people in the house, sometimes it's cheaper to just go out and buy you a $6, $10 meal. Come home, eat it, and call it a good day. It's not good to do that, and I'm going to tell you why. Because once you buy the hamburger and the lettuce and the mayonnaise and the tomato and the fries, you can eat more than one meal. But I'm going to tell you right now, once you buy that hamburger, the hamburger is so expensive, you make another meal, 2, 3, 4 meals, everything together is going to cost you about the same price as just getting a meal and just going home and eating. But you can only eat once. But, you know, I need to lose weight, so, you know, I'm just going to do what I need to do. You do what you need to do, I'm going to do what I need to do. Because I know I need to lose weight. I just did 6 tests. I did 2 last night when we got off the live, and I did 4 this morning. Got done with all my tests from one of my jobs. And one of the tests was talking about safety, transferring people, picking them up or whatever, and how to pick them up. They say if you're 10 pounds overweight and you're trying to lift somebody, you're putting an extra 100 pounds of weight on your back. And if you're 20 pounds overweight, you're putting an extra 200 pounds on your back. 300 if you're 30 pounds overweight, and I think I'm about 50 pounds overweight. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I'm about 50 pounds overweight. That's 500 pounds of weight on my back. So I'm going to lose weight to get it down to at least 30. So that's 20 pounds I'm going to have to lose. And I'm not going to do it, you know, really hard or whatever. That was on the test, you guys. I got it right. I'm just telling you. I seen it for myself, and I share with you guys when I see something that amazes me, like, wow, I didn't believe, you know, and I do know my knees are bad because The minute I get on my knees to do something, change somebody's catheter, dump their bag or whatever, and I get on my knees, my knee pop out of place, I definitely gonna have to get a new knee on my right knee. Yeah, my right knee. And I was rolling on the floor at home trying to get Papa a pot, and he's just looking at me. He was like, "Are you okay?" He wanted to help me, and I told him, "No, please don't, because you're going to hurt me. It's got to slide back in there itself." And he just seen me just rolling, and I felt so embarrassed. But the only thing I could do was just lay there and just scream, because I'm trying to help him get a strainer bowl. He was cooking for maybe the second time since we've been married, 10 years. And here I am rolling on the floor. Okay. So anyway, back to what we was talking about. The investigators say that the couple even put the child, the 9-year-old, in the fire and covered him with the blanket that was also on fire. The child did escape. Right now, he's safe. He's with the Department of Children and Family, who are trying to find family members, hopefully that he can go home and stay with. And it's weird to me because I know everybody with that name, and I'd never seen this woman before in my life. And she's 30 years old, so I'm thinking I went to school with two ladies. This has got to be one of their children. Because everybody in Wichita know everybody. Anyway, it just makes me wonder. So it says, I know now, they say he has family members in Wichita and in Texas. Says, I know that there have been several members of our community who have stepped up and are making sure that he's going to have a nice Christmas. They have went out and bought this kid everything that they possibly can. You know, bicycles and whatever he needs. Clothes. He's got clothes. But they're going to make sure he has more than, 2-3 pair of pants and 2-3 pair of shirts. They're going to make sure he's got shoes and socks and underwear and everything. And this kid, so the Highland County Sheriff says when deputies arrived on the scene, Ham, that's the boyfriend, Ham, such a girl said, I quit drinking. You quit, girl? I ain't never really drink. I might have me a daiquiri here and there, but that's about it. But Highlands County Sheriff says when deputies arrived on the scene, Ham tried to attack them with 2 metal rods. Deputies tased him, but they say it didn't faze him. And he attacked again, hitting a deputy on the head with the rod. That's when the law enforcement shot and killed Ham and arrested Phillips. Now, when they were trying to arrest him and make him stop, what Phillips did, and they're not saying it right here, but she went and handed that man another rod, and they had guns in the car. They had heroin or something in the car and everything. And all of this left her neighbor back in Wichita shaking. She seemed perfectly normal, said Tony. Several neighbors says Phillips had recently split from her husband and they never met Richard Ham. They seemed really nice, like really, really nice couple. But I know we hadn't seen her for a while. We assumed that maybe they split it up or something. Her kids used to get off the bus at the corner. So she got more kids than just this one. They saying her kids used to get off the bus at the corner here. Philip's 9-year-old son also told authorities that Ham threatened him with a knife and said he killed someone with it in the past. Florida authorities are talking to Wichita police about the case. Lord have mercy. I'm going to see if I can hear what they say. Because let me go out and come back in. Let's see here. And I'll let you guys hear it too. Hold on 1 minute. And then we're going to get off there. I'm not going to be on here long. I'm really tired. I haven't studied today, so I need to study. And, okay, here it is, right here.
Tried to set her 9-year-old son on fire because they say he was possessed by a demon. Good evening, I'm Deb Ferris.
And I'm David Scott. Neighbors tonight are speaking out, saying they can't believe what they're hearing. Leon Purvis joins us live in the studio with the story. Leon.
David, Deb Kenya Phillips's neighbors say they would see her 9-year-old son riding his bike around the neighborhood all the time. Now they're confused. Why would she try to set her own son on fire?
Sounds pretty crazy. I didn't know anything about it. We knew that the police had been there a while back, and we were kind of curious what was going on.
Tony Pierce is one of many neighbors on this block in West Wichita, wondering what was going on at Kenya Phillips' home last week. Investigators say she and her 9-year-old son went missing on December 6th. Tuesday, authorities found them here in Highlands County, Florida. Law enforcement says Phillips and her boyfriend, Richard Ham, were burning her 9-year-old son's belongings because they thought he was possessed by a demon.
Never seen something where somebody was thinking their child was possessed by a demon and tried to put the child into a fire.
Investigators say the couple even put Phillips' 9-year-old son into the fire and covered him with a blanket that was also on fire. He escaped.
Right now he's safe. He's with the Department of Children and Families, who are trying to find family members, hopefully, that he can go stay with. I know that there have been several members of our community who have stepped up and are making sure that he is going to have a nice Christmas.
The Highlands County Sheriff says when deputies arrived on the scene, Ham tried to attack them with 2 metal rods. Deputies tased him, but they say it didn't faze him, and he attacked again, hitting a deputy on the head. That's when law enforcement shot and killed Ham and arrested Phillips. All of this leaving her neighbors back in Wichita shaken.
No, it seemed perfectly normal.
Several neighbors say Phillips had recently split from her husband, and they never met Richard Ham.
They seemed really nice, like a really nice couple, but I know we hadn't seen her for a while. We assumed that maybe they'd split up or something, but because her kids used to get off at the corner here.
Phillips' 9-year-old son also told authorities that Ham threatened him with a knife and said he'd killed someone with it in the past. Florida authorities are talking to Wichita police about the case. Live in studio, Leon Purvis, Cake News on your side.
Okay, I want you guys to know that I'm going to follow that case because they're saying West Wichita, their mom has hundreds of demons, no doubt, the nerves. And you know what's so weird? This is where a woman wanted the man to harm her child. And they in another thing, I wanted you guys to know, they didn't say it here, but they said that this woman literally gave him, she's gonna get more charges because she gave her boyfriend the rod to hit the deputy, to kill the deputy. So she's facing attempt murder charges. You know, it's crazy. It's just, you guys, I didn't want it, and I'm glad that the boy escaped. He escaped, you guys. And this woman needs to stop drinking and doing drugs, because now your child, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you guys something. This woman will fight to the death about getting her kid back. I'm just telling you guys the truth. But you guys will not hear what what actually really happened. This is why we go over this stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy. But this is the new times right now. And people are harming their own kids. You ain't got to worry about somebody snatching your kid off the block because the parents are doing it. I never seen nothing like that. You know what? And it's so sad that it's like it's common now. People just be like, oh, that ain't nothing. They be like, they be like, that ain't nothing. My neighbor I remember when I was young, there was a woman. I never met her, never seen her or anything, but we knew what apartments that she lived in, and we heard that she put her baby in the freaking microwave. And I thought to myself, she killed that baby from the inside out. I don't know what her name was or whatever, but we heard about it. And, I heard my mom talking about it, my stepfather talking about it. And I was just so, like, this is nothing new. It just seems like it's happening more. And this is why I tell people all the time, you really don't want to mess with them drugs because you're going to be doing stuff that you normally don't do. I do not want nothing that's going to alter my mind. I'll do anything. I'll take me a little drink here and there, but I don't want it to alter my mind, my decision making, especially put my kids in danger. People be like, well, I didn't know it was going to do that. I didn't know, somebody must have put something in it. You had no business knowing that you've got children putting yourself in a situation like that. Anything could happen. Anything can happen. But you know what people say? They say, well, I'm clean now. But, you put your kids through a lot of danger. You put your kids through a lot of danger. And we do make mistakes. And we grow up. And then we start being judgmental when your kid did come out the fire, your kid didn't get hurt or whatever. And, and I know that, I don't never want to do something that I have to come back and say, I'm sorry. I tell people I'm sorry if I offended you. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry I did this wrong or whatever. But I try not to do it again. And that's what makes us better, That's what makes us better. But especially when it comes close to harming my children, I change really quick. I do. You know what I'm saying? I may not be the smartest mom, the better mom, but if I made a decision to leave my kid with my boyfriend, and I have done that before, and come back and there's a problem, I will never do that again. I guarantee you, I will never do it again. They'd be like, I'll just watch him. I'm like, no, you won't. No, you will not. Because I've been to that scare before where I'm thinking, did you do something to my child? Or where's my child? Or whatever. And even though I wasn't drinking or doing drugs or anything, I made a bad decision. I shouldn't have never left you with my child. Because now I'm thinking you could have. And I've got something to share with somebody, and it's on my mind right now about something. I usually talk to a couple of people, usually before the live or after the live, and I hadn't shared this because I just looked at my phone and seen what it says. And so it's on my mind. But I want you guys to know that, that, and I know all of our kids are grown. Just keep talking to our kids about what's going on. Because you could be saving your kid's life or your grandkid's life. I talk to my kids all the time. My kids do things I don't care for them, but they do it. And I say, child, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing it. Oh, Mom, it ain't nothing. It's just a little bit of, Mary Jane. It's just a little bit of this. I'd be like, okay, I'm just trying to tell you, I'm just trying to tell you for your own good, driving recklessly. I'm just trying to tell you for your own good, Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. It can happen to anybody at any given time. It can happen to me. It can happen to my kids. And there you see me on the news. This world got the kids thinking now everything is almost a game. When I was 14, nothing was a game. I didn't want to play games. What I wanted to do was survive, have something to eat, have a roof over my head, go to work, go to school, whatever, not let nobody know that I wasn't living with my mother because I didn't want to go back. And, I didn't want to go in the system because I don't want that. I don't want nobody talking to me because I'm going to tell you something. It's all about money. Money, money, money. It is. It's about money. I'm telling you right now. You might find one good person that will really reach down and help. But to be honest with you, it's all about money. And when the system gets your kids, you can basically hang it up. They're gonna make money off of them kids. They don't care where they put them at. I'm not saying all of them is like that, but this is why when you have a job or whatever, like myself, I'm not patting myself on the back, but I can't make rules and regulations. I'm just an LPN, so I need to up my game. I need to be an RN, so my voice can be heard when I'm trying to protect somebody from not getting abused or attacked or neglect or sexually, explicit, some kind of shape, form, fashion, or money taken from them or whatever. I mean, I can stop a little bit, but like I tell people all the time, don't complain because you could get out there and really help. So, and you know what? I do make good money. So, people say, well, would you do it for free? I do a lot of stuff for free. But no, I'm not going to go to work and work for free. That's just redundant. That's just something you don't do. Everybody have a job, whether you babysitting or you house sitting or dog sitting or whatever. It's a job. I'm not finna go watch somebody's kid for free. I watch my grandkid for free. And sometimes I make my kids pay me so they quit, So, like, you make sure the baby has something to eat or whatever. I don't make them pay me like money. But I make them do something around the house. I guarantee you that. You're going to come and fix this toilet, or you're going to cut the grass, or you're going to go wash my car. You're going to do something because you're taking my time when your time should be with your child. But most of the time, like my grandkids are older, and I just got a little Pooh Bear that's still running around here. He's the baby. And that's the only baby we're going to have. I'm telling you now. Anyway, you guys, take care of your grandkids, your kids, and all of that. And you won't regret it. I trust and believe. These kids are watching you. They're watching mama. They're watching daddy. They're watching auntie and uncles and cousins and everything. I know everything about my auntie. My auntie would talk to me, and that's how I really, if you really think about who led you to the Lord, my auntie led me. My mother didn't lead me to the Lord. Now, trust and believe, I first went to church when I was small. My mother didn't go, but I wasn't even asked to go. I wanted to go because one of my girlfriends went. And I thought, what in the heck is she going there for? She couldn't come out and play. She wanted to go to church, so I went. But my auntie would talk to me all the time and try to make sense. She think I wasn't listening? I was listening. I was listening. Your son just had a baby girl. Oh, well, congratulations to you. Congratulations. But when you talk to the older adults, and I tell people this all the time, you think that they ain't listening just because they ain't responding or it didn't just click for them right then. Sometimes it does. So regardless if you make terrible mistakes in your life or whatever, are you still making them? It's time to stop. It's just time to stop. Your kids and your grandkids are watching. All right. So we always want to do better, and things is going to be working out. So you guys, I am going to get off of here, and she said, "Thank you." Hey, this is SP.
Hey, Anthony, I just wanted to say something real quick before we got off.
All right, Zan, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good in myself.
I'm doing good.
I know that as a family, we have a lot of prayer warriors
Yes.
within the group. And just looking at the things that are going on in our country right now with children, I would just ask that everyone just begin to pray, not only for our country, but for our leaders,
For who?
our leadership.
Our leadership. Yes.
There's a campaign right now to bring the men of God to slander him and try to make him look bad. And first off, we forget that just because they're men of God, they're men first. So they can be flawed and, make a mistake, do something that's not lining up with the word of God. But those haven't been us. We're all sinners.
Right.
So we can't cast a stone at them without casting one at ourselves. And secondly, that's what the enemy is trying to do, is to destroy the church. If I can destroy the church, the rock, things that people have built their hope and strength on, if I can tear that down and utilize that to put some doubt in a million people's minds, and I felt what I set out to do. I just think it's very important, especially during the holidays, that we just lift up our leadership, lift up our country, just pray.
Exactly.
Because the enemy is definitely trying to destroy.
Exactly.
That's all I wanted to see. I enjoyed myself last night. Enjoyed myself today being with the family, as always. And I just wanted to share that with everybody.
Thank you.
All right. You guys have a good evening.
Alrighty, you too.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye. Anyway, you guys, yeah, I think everybody reached out that let me know that they got their money, so that's good. That's done. I love to know when you guys get your gifts and everything. I was sitting here looking at something I'm gonna try to get. So anyway, because dad and mom need to do better. Yes, they do. True girl, I always had my grandbabies by my daughter. Yes, I tell my kids all the time, just I don't care if I gotta work. I put the baby in the bed, and I've had family members on the phone with me while my grandbaby's in the bed with me, and they playing with toys and talking to them on the phone, and I'm laying there asleep. I do not want nobody taking care of my grandbabies. I don't. I don't know what you doing. I don't trust people. They say, well, people who don't trust people are probably the people that don't need to be trusted. I know what I'm going to do with my grandchild. I'm going to tell you right now. He going to eat. He going to take his bath. He going to get his hair clean. He going to put on some clean clothes. He going to play. That's all he going to do. He in a safe environment. I don't know what these people are thinking when they think something sexual with their kid. I mean, they're a baby. I don't know what they be thinking when they say their child is demon possessed. They are kids. Now, I'm going to tell you something now. I done ran across one child that I looked at, and I'm going to tell you right now. It was at work. And you know what happened? That child kicked me, and I fell down on my butt. I guarantee you I didn't go back. I guarantee you I didn't go back. One thing, one reason why I didn't go back is because I've got a reaction. You know, my reaction, like, you can see yourself going, dang, this child tried to hurt me. And your reaction may be really quick. I have to catch myself and be like, I will not go back. I will not go back. And the family was right there. They didn't see it happen. They were in their room. I'm pretty sure if they had cameras, they knew. And they was like, why she ain't coming back? I told Papa, I said, Papa, I promise you, that child kicked me so hard. But I had already warned my job, like, I don't want to go back to that job. I don't want to. And they was like, oh, it's okay. He just getting to know you. And, at the beginning when I first went, the child was, it was okay. He slept and he wanted to play. And I give him a toy. And the mom was like, oh, no, don't give him a toy. Don't stimulate him. Don't give him a toy. And I was like, oh, okay. And the child was up. It seemed like the child played sleep until I got there. And next thing I know, the way he looked at me, he was like, okay, we finna go through it. You're not gonna make easy money. You're gonna be up all night and you're gonna be looking at me. I'm gonna be trying to go down the stairs. I'm gonna try to climb out the window. I'm gonna do whatever. And you're supposed to make sure that this child don't leave the room, don't get out the bed, don't play with toys, just lay there. And the child's like, no, I'm not gonna lay here. You're gonna let me out this bed. And you know what? He took his 2 feet and he held onto his bed. His bed was like a tree house. And he held to both things and he kicked me so hard and I flew off my feet on my butt. And I said, okay. And you know what? I never got that close to him again. I never did. I paced and walked right in front of his bed to make sure he don't leave. And he was like, yeah, you better do this all night. And I did it all night long. I mean, for 10 hours straight. 10 hours straight. From the, just pace right in front of his bed so he won't get out. Because if he get out, he can harm himself or harm you. So I did that and I was like, okay. So the week was up. I was only working like Tuesdays and Wednesdays there or whatever. And I was making some really good money too. And so they was like, I had tried to talk to the family. They was like, oh no, we don't want the nurse to come and wake us up. Like, why? He's a kid. I said to myself, oh Lord, okay. You know what? Okay, let another nurse do it. Because evidently you didn't hear me the first time. So when it was time to go to work the next week, I called. It was like an hour before I was supposed to go to work. And I just told them, I said, I just can't do it. They was like, can you just do it tonight? I said, no. I said, I can't. I'm not doing it. I'm not going. And I felt like, the child was somewhat, had some evil kind of spirit around him. Do he know right from wrong? Yeah, he knew, but he did what he did. But I'm not saying the child was possessed, but I felt like he was. You know what I'm saying? Like he may not know how to talk or communicate, but kicking me like he did, girl, we not doing that again. Cause yeah, he got that one in. So anyway, I'm just telling you guys, I've seen some things before, and I'm not gonna say it's not true. But when you're doing mushrooms, because I think that's what they said, that this woman, Lakenna, her name is Lakenna Phillips, and Ham, her boyfriend Ham, they had mushrooms in the car, they had a gun in the car, and they had a knife in the car. So, and then here's the funny thing. I mean, it's not funny, but this woman and her husband had just split up. You know how sometimes people be like, he probably is like, I'm so sick and tired of her doing these drugs and she's doing this, doing that, doing this. that child had BAD. You know, sometimes people's like, there's no such thing as a BAD child. I'd be like, hey, I've seen it all. I mean, I had problems with my own kids, but shoot, you would have came over here and got strangled to death over here. But, you know, I didn't put my kids around people because, you know, I was like, I got to get them under control, that I know that they won't hurt somebody's kid or whatever. Because, you know, when they are, you know, they bipolar or whatever, you know, I have dealt with kids that's schizophrenic, you know, and just like the young lady that lived 2 or 3 doors from me, she let you know. I can't remember what her name was. If somebody remember what her name was, put it in the chat. The young lady, she said she's schizophrenic. I was like, okay. So who are you talking to, me or somebody else? Because I'm glad that you told me, and quit going in my mailbox and quit stealing out of my garage, but stay away from my house, you know, because they will hurt you, you know, if they believe whatever they sin or something of that nature. But you guys, I'm finna get off of here, and I will see you guys. Is it Christmas Day, Monday? Christmas will be Monday. Yeah, she stole my big red. You remember? LaKendra said, I remember her. Yes. LaKendra, make sure I have your address. I don't know if I still have it in my phone, because you know how things break and tear up. So make sure you text me your address, so I'll be working on those cards tomorrow to get them out. I know that there'll probably be everybody at the post office, so I'll probably get everything out by Tuesday. They hear voices. Yeah, they do hear voices. And we're dealing with something like that at work right now. And so, yeah, that's why I got to talk to my girlfriend. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. And we'll be waiting for when this new year comes. We'll be here. Christmas, we'll be here on New Year's. I don't know if I'm going to come on Christmas. I probably will, because I don't work Christmas Day. I might try to come in and do a little some, make that money. But, baby, you know, we're going to do what we do. Maybe I can get a little bit of that, you know. They're looking for a nurse, so I just don't work first shift. You know, I don't work first shift. I work that night. I work Christmas Eve. And I don't have a problem working Christmas Eve because my kids are grown. I'm not cooking. I'm going to go to the store, and like I said, I'm going to get me a piece of chicken. Well, not a piece of chicken, but I'm going to get me a rotisserie chicken. And, you know, my husband don't eat dressing, but I eat dressing, so I'll make me a little dressing. You know, make me little greens or something. Nothing heavy. Some macaroni, and call it a good day. I'm not going to spend no hundreds of dollars. We're just now getting rid of the food that we had from Thanksgiving. Diesel's loving it. I mean, because there's nothing else we can do with it. I'm not just going to throw it away. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. I'll see you guys later on. We'll do some pop-ups and everything. But we'll start our Christmas, our tickets and stuff come January the 1st. And we'll start all over. You guys, be good, be great, be nice to each other. Bye.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.